G'day all, welcome back to Frostbite's G.I. Joe Repro. I had the absolute pleasure of attending an event here in Canberra yesterday. It's called the Geek Markets. It's run, every once in a while, and it's just such a great get-together of everything geeky in Canberra and the local surrounds. It was just amazing to walk through. There was cosplayers, sellers, just lovers of the geekdom. And I got to get in there, get some interviews with some excellent sellers, and, just see that it's not just me that loves my nerdy stuff here in Canberra. There is so many like-minded people here in Canberra, and it's just such a beautiful community to go and see. So yeah, I have some video here of it. Please check it out. And, if there's any sellers that I chat to in this video and you like the look of what you see in their wares, please get in contact with them. The internet has made, events such as buying things from international or national sellers just so easy now, and people are more than willing to do business over the internet. So yeah, please check out my video. If you're not currently subscribed, please hit that sub button. Really appreciate it if you do, and let me know in the comments what you think about the video as well. All right, let's crack on.
It's days. Some colours are coming up to this part. I said, if you go over and call him a massive dickhead, he'll look after him. This other girl I spoke up with earlier, she came back and she was like, he gave me like 30% off.
Okay, I'm here with Brendan from D's Comics here in Canberra. In my opinion, Brendan is, he's got the best comic store in Canberra. If you
I wouldn't go that far.
definitely, I've been in the Canberra scene long enough to know that the store was passed from one excellent trader to another, and I'm really happy that Brendan has taken on that role. So when you go to Brendan's shop, you get that old-time feel of the guy knows you, even though you may not be in there regularly, but he knows your name and he knows just to go and get your comics, and I absolutely love that. So Brendan, how are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you, Lenny?
I'm great. How's today been for you? Like, has it been a good start?
It's a good Geek Market. Yeah. The crowd has been just huge this morning.
Yep.
So initially, early on, I think people were just more concerned with like kind of getting in and spreading out a bit. But now that things have loosened up a bit, it's been really busy.
Yep.
But this is probably, I'm thinking this is probably one of the better turnouts.
Good.
Yeah, I reckon we've got several thousand people in here today.
Wow.
So yeah, this is fantastic, and this is a slightly different venue and slightly different layout to what we've done before, but we're really happy with the way things are working this time. So
and you've got something to show us here today.
Yeah. So this is actually a series, and this is a book. We're not just selling this comic, but we've published this comic.
Wow.
So in conjunction with Joseph Schmalke over in America, he's what we call the modern master of horror comics.
Yep.
We've published his grindhouse epic, The Infernal Pact. And basically the gist of The Infernal Pact is when you do a deal with the devil, make sure you stock up on industrial lube, because you are about to get, And so, we published this in conjunction with Joe. It's been very, very exciting. It's a very cool story, and it's in the grindhouse genre. So the sex, the gratuitous violence, the gore, it's all so over the top that it's absolutely hilarious.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and so, we're really proud of doing this with Joe, and Joe's a very popular, very established creator, so it was really awesome to get the opportunity to do this with him. So very excited about being able to offer it, and we're selling the whole series all ready to go.
Right.
I think my favourite issue is the last issue, and you'll probably notice the very snappy little tagline on the bottom. So we wanted to feel like that you enjoyed the story and you enjoyed our series, but kind of remind you that we don't care if you did or not.
That's beautiful.
So very proud of that, and really excited that we actually got to work with Joe. He's actually one of my favourite comic book creators of all time.
Excellent.
So getting to work with your heroes has been cool, and they say never meet your heroes. I think Joe's one of the exceptions.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolute legend. And I'm also quite excited. We have a variant, and I think the printer still wants me dead for this, but we've got the anything blacker edition of the Infernal Pact. So that's a black on black print, as you can see. And like I said, I think the printer still wants my head on a spike.
That's beautiful.
He told me 2 weeks, and 3 months later he finally managed to get them done.
And just available from your shop here in Canberra?
Yes, it is. And also available on our website, which is beescomics.com.
And do you ship to America?
Yes, we do. We ship all over the world. The only place I don't ship to is Africa.
Excellent.
From Northern Africa, we've had customers that we've shipped to, but Southern Africa, any time we've had a sale come through, it's a scam.
That's great.
So, but we ship all over the world.
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today. And if you need comics, as we all know, the internet works, so you don't need to hone down in one place 20 miles away. You can in fact get in touch with Brendan from D's Comics here in Canberra, and he will sort you out.
Excellent.
Thanks very much for chatting with us.
Thanks, Lenny.
first time we've done. Anytime we do markets in Canberra, we're always like, we're the sore thumb. We don't really, everything else is a bit kind of straightforward to us. But I think we found our people with it. Yeah, nice.
All right, well, we're here today with the lovely people from Gold Street Press. So I had just come from Dee's comic stand, lovely Brendan, and I usually don't check out every stall, but as I walked past this stall, I had to stop and actually ask what they were about, because some really nice stuff here, and a lot of it is beautifully Canberra related, which absolutely cracks me up. Can you introduce yourself?
My name's Patrick.
Yep.
This is Ellie.
Ellie, yep. It looks like you've got some really dark stuff here, but there's some really nice undertones to it.
Yeah.
So what is it?
We wanted to kind of just, it started out we made greeting cards, because we just kind of wanted to make greeting cards that you didn't normally see around, just like things that were a bit kind of funny or darker humor kind of thing. And then from there we decided that we'd make those ourselves, so we print them at home. And then we were like, well, what else can we make? So we started making art prints and pennant flags and candles, and it's kind of just expanded from there. But
and so we print out of our home studio in Watson. So most of the prints we do ourselves, all the stickers we make ourselves. Designed by Patty, and we both spitball ideas as well.
The whole kind of, it's kind of just grown into us wanting to make just gifts and homewares and stuff like that are for people that are a bit left of center, like us. And so it's kind of just grown from there. And so we're just trying to kind of create something that you can give to the person that you can't find presents for.
Because I sort of when I sort of took a closer look, because initially I thought, this looks like maybe witchy type stuff, but when I sort of looked a bit closer, there's some really nice, like you've done really well with some of the Canberra things. So some things are Canberra and some things aren't. Like that's really great.
It's a bit of a mix. Like we went to Melbourne, we moved back to Canberra. We're Canberrans. We've grown up here, and I guess we both love horror movies, but we also just love like self-care and being a bit like too open and honest. So it's kind of like trying to marry all sides of ourselves together into what we would like to purchase.
And it's like when we came back to Canberra, we moved back to Canberra in 2019. We started this in 2021, and we were just like, we love Canberra, we're proud of Canberra, but there weren't things that we could see that were like, that we would stick up on our walls. So we wanted to try and just, make some kind of weird Canberra things, and like, there's like very like hyper-specific Canberra jokes about like things that we wanted to just like, we wanted to talk about and laugh at. And so it's kind of...
So, for example, the one I just picked up and I'll be purchasing right after this involves my favourite chicken of all time. I might actually have a problem. And if you're not eating Kingsley's and you live in Canberra, you may be a dickhead. What's the future for you guys? Are you getting a good reception?
So we actually just yesterday released a new capsule called Rituals, which is our stuff over here, and it's all centered around, it's the more kind of darker, kind of gothier, witchier stuff. But it's all centered around like self-care and things, so kind of making your home a bit more welcoming and lovely. So we've got blankets and incense and candles and stuff like that. That's kind of just, it's winter, you want to stay home and feel comfortable in your space, and so the new collection is kind of focused on that.
That's great.
And like from here we're actually doing we're going to the US later this year. We're doing a market over there as well, and so we're hoping to just keep kind of meeting new people and trying new things.
And can people find you online to order?
So our website is actually goldstreet.press.
There you go.
It's our website.
You are great at advertising.
And we've just launched a new website which has our web store. We do murals, we do movie nights, we do all sorts of things. So it's all on there. So
So noting a lot of my videos go to my beautiful American audience.
Right.
If you can, just go to these people's websites. website.
Yeah.
Just check it out. If there's something you like, I'm sure they'll do you a great deal on postage.
And we'll be in Portland in October.
Yeah, starting October, we'll be in Portland at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. So come find us.
There you go. So if you do purchase anything from these guys, they may bring your order over possibly. Thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Keep the card on the back of the tongue that you're measuring.
Okay. All right. Let's have a Oh, some of them, more than one. Okay, let's go.
You're on. Well, the...
DM me.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I take a photo of that? Is that okay?
DM me.
social media for a little bit. We've been taking let's go with a small social media break. Because it can be a little bit taxing. But we're hoping to be back online fairly soon. There we are. And which is, I know it's not quite sci-fi, but it's fairly similar. But I don't know when it'll come out. I'm still in the early stages.
The Retron, isn't the Retron the FPGA one?
No, so this is one of their earlier ones.
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to finish off the last job of mine, so I need some people to see it.
Yes. And then you see the, you know, the little baby is just tiny, and then to now see it's crazy. And the same imagine with Freya.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people, you know.
Yeah. I remember Freya as a little baby in the store, yeah. It's like I don't even have kids, but the time flies with them. Like it's so became like 5 years, and now she's 5 years old and 15.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Pretty good. Never heard of origami jewelry before.
Ah, right. Makes them very interesting.
Do you want to tell me something about them?
I don't know what to tell you apart from how delicate they are and how beautiful they look.
Can you pull a piece up and show us?
I don't know.
You don't have to. I can just
point them at the thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what goes into the making? Is it paper?
It is paper.
Yep.
Yeah. So we hand fold everything. We then paint them in varnish. Helps keep them protected, makes them water resistant. Then Rowan here turns them into beautiful jewelry.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And you do charity as well with it?
Absolutely, we do. With the cranes specifically and the koalas.
Okay.
So the cranes go to a different charity every month.
Yep.
And the koalas go to the Australian Wildlife Conservancy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we started this business just after the 2020 bushfires. It's like, there's got to be something we can do to help out.
Yep.
And we just weren't in the financial position at the time.
Yeah.
But then we realized, like, hang on, we have koalas.
Yeah.
We can just donate 25% of that sale to them every month.
Yeah.
And it just makes us feel good that
that's awesome.
Knowing that we can do something without having the ability to do so without the business.
Yeah. And where can people find you?
You can find us if you just Google Focus Folding.
Yep.
We've got an Instagram, we've got an Etsy, we've got a Facebook page.
Yeah. Okay.
We're happy to do custom orders, so if you've got a particular colour or a particular piece that you want done, we can see what we can do for you.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
How are you? doing those, the use of the colours. It's beautiful. Great job.
I can't take it. It's my partner's stuff. I guess
She's not here. You can
I'll still feel it.
take the love.
Thanks. Yeah, we kind of like that. And then yeah, I play.
Is that okay?
Get it, mate. Alright, we're here with Brad from Zoolfish Productions. Brad, I started walking past your stall. I had to stop.
Yep.
I saw some of the stuff on display, and I know that there is definitely a market for this stuff out in the world. I've seen it before.
Yeah. I know there's quite a few people I follow on Instagram,
Yep.
and I'm in with a few other people as well that do these custom action figures. And
So can you show us what you got there?
Right, so this is a little guy I made up about a year or so ago.
Yep.
He's a resin cast. So I've made him from basically bits and pieces of old toys like a Chewbacca and some other kit bash stuff from model kits.
Ooh.
And also like there's a He-Man arm.
Wow.
And then I've cast it in silicon.
Yep.
And I made a few prints. What I like about this one is I only got a few prints out of it because sometimes the silicon fails. Like when you're casting, you get air bubbles, and which sucks.
Yeah.
But there's also a finite amount you can make with it. So with a lot of these, I can only get about 6 to 10 depending on the quality of the casting I get. So so that's with the resin cast. That's them there, and I use a urethane resin and also epoxy resins, and sometimes some of them, like this one here, he's got a ferric oxide on there. Wow. So if you leave him outside, he'll rust.
That's unreal.
I think.
Yeah, that was a bit mind blowing then.
Yeah. But I do all sorts of stuff. I do 3D printing. I muck around with Blender as well. So I made this little Squirtle Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle dude. Yeah.
Sorry, you can't see me right now, but I'm just shaking my head in disbelief.
It's meant to be stupid, so I don't
think it's stupid. I think it's a very high level of imagination.
I just think like this.
Yeah, that's
my art's a lot like this as well. So it's all interrelated.
And how can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, so you can look me up at Zoolfish. I put a lot of stuff up on there. I do the Geek Markets. I sometimes sell other stuff online, but it's really when I can be bothered.
Yeah.
It's I've also got a website too, bradleydavidsantos.net, if you want to see my other stuff up on there too. So.
And do you ship to America? Or internationally?
Yes, I can. Yeah,
good.
Yeah. But a lot of my stuff, it's pretty finite what I make. So what you see is what you get in terms. Of, and often I'll do stuff slowly over time because it takes time. So,
No, that's amazing, mate. Thank you so much for giving me some time today.
Pleasure.
And if you like what you see, go check Brad out and buy stuff.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
No, thank you.
How's it
so wandering around as per the others and found these lovely ladies here.
Hello.
I had to stop. I think it was the alien playing with the kitten ball, the ball of yarn. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Summer. I own Ghosty Crochet, so I do all the crochet at the front. And hi, I'm Caitlin. I own Spineless. I did all the art.
Excellent. That's a good pair.
Yeah, it's really fun. Very fun.
So, what's some cool things that you're selling today?
So a lot of the coolest stuff for mine actually was a lot of the Chainsaw Man stuff sold out pretty well, and a lot of the slasher or horror things.
Okay.
Mostly as well.
I think I saw a Chainsaw Man walking around with
he's a really good cosplayer.
And what do you got?
And so this is Caitlin's as well.
Yep.
Caitlin's art here, and at the front I've got some Sanrio stuff, some keychains, just some small stuff I've been working on.
Yep.
I've sold some cat beanies, some pouches. I sold like a little bunny. But yeah, some really cool stuff. I love it.
These are really nice and intricate.
Yeah, thank you. I love all the little beads at the end because they are Sanrio based.
Yep. That's great. Can people find you online if they'd like to?
Yes, of course. You can find me on Etsy under the name that I said, and it's on my business card.
Yep.
And I'm under Ghosty Crochet on Instagram or Ghosty Codez, so that's CODEZ.
Yep.
And I will have an Etsy store coming up soon.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've been eyeing it off like for about 4 or 5 minutes. Sorry? So I was like, okay, I'll wait. Yeah, so
G'day, mate. How are you?
too bad yourself.
Good. Do you want to tell me about these? And just noting, I've got this thing as well, if that's okay.
This is my partner's business. She's
Okay.
at the toilet at the moment.
What a bad time to go to the toilet, right?
But basically she just makes posters made out of resin.
Yep.
They have Pokémon cards in them. That's mainly our big deal with our business. She does painted cards as well. She extends the artwork. She does prints where they're all digitally drawn, and then she started to do clay handmade earrings.
Oh, these are amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. It's a
They're
good way to use
super nice.
cards that kind of just catch the dust.
Because that's the problem, right? Like, you just open a pack, you get to 1 or 2 cards and chuck the rest.
Yeah, well, you keep the good cards, but some are a lot better than others. Here she is my partner.
The artist. Do you mind?
That's the creator.
Do you want to tell me, your lovely partner was just telling me about all this beautiful work.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me anything extra he may not have said?
I don't know.
So I was just saying, I really love the look of these, and I love like this beautiful resin work.
Yeah.
I'm a 3D printer guy myself.
Wow, yeah.
So I've got a real appreciation for things resin.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard medium. Like, I've been doing it for 3 years, and I've tried to let him help me make some stuff, and it's it's okay. But it is hard, yeah. So it takes a lot of practice.
And can you tell me about these, please?
Yeah. So I do like a few different ones. So these ones I extend off the original Pokemon card, so it's probably only about, say, this much of the actual card, and then I paint the rest. And then these
that's
ones,
actually your painting?
Yeah, so I painted these ones from scratch. I do them over like an energy card. So I stream it on Twitch, and I painted these 2 live
You
this
stream
week.
you painting it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Blowing mind. That is excellent.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on Twitch?
So I've got a little, it's my handle, and it's the same on Twitch, and that's the same on Instagram.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And just the prices, can people internationally buy these things?
Yeah, absolutely. My biggest seller is to like Saudi Arabia. I've sent like 40 painted cards to someone over there. It's nuts. Like,
that is amazing.
Send them everywhere, so yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so people just find you at that location and they can put an order in through that. That's great.
Thank you.
Doing well. Good job. Have a great day.
You too, man.
Those ones are called, look, hold them up to the light. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know.
All right, everyone, we're here with Amanda from Dreamforged Dice. G'day, Amanda, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Mate, I had to stop by. I noticed some really beautiful pieces of artwork. Look at that. That is very nice. And I'm guessing by the title that you make these.
I do indeed. So I have been making resin dice for about 5 years now.
Yep.
And I do everything. So I have my own masters and I make the molds, I cast the dice, polish them, ink them, and then I have too many dice, so I need to get rid of them.
That's amazing.
So these are all different kinds of sharp edge dice. So you'll notice that the edges are quite crisp rather than you will often find softer round edge dice that you can get from your general game stores. And we have full sets and singles and these big chunks for those times you want to really make an impact.
I've never actually seen this before. Are you someone that, there's not many people doing this and you're a bit of a specialist?
So there is an amazing dice making community out there. So
there you go.
Yeah, it definitely anywhere in the world you can find somebody locally making dice. There's not a lot of us in Canberra, I don't think though. So a bit of a niche here.
But more importantly, if people have liked what they've just seen, where can they find you?
Definitely. So I am with Dreamforged Dice. You can find me on Etsy at Dreamforged Dice or on Instagram at Dreamforged Dice.
And do you ship internationally?
You better believe I do.
Excellent. If you like what you've seen here, get in touch with Amanda and she'll sort you out. Excellent. Thank you so much for spending time with me.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. I love how there's someone behind me saying there's the yip yip as I'm thinking there's the yip yip.
Favorite thing today has been just watching people go past and they see them and go yip yip yip.
It's a cult childhood favourite. That's great.
I have because my housemate makes all of these. So I had a missing thing like 10 years. Oh no, I understand.
It's all plastic, it's real.
Like I wouldn't use
the horrors I have witnessed. You get to fling around the corals and send them into
Okay, so I've come up to the top part of the Geek Fair, and I found some, lovely gaming people. You can see around me there is quite a good little crowd. And I had to stop and talk to the owner of Ronin Games. So if you're a Canberra person or have lived in Canberra and you like geeky stuff, you have no doubt gone to Ronin Games at some point of your life. I'm here with Oliver, the owner. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good. Mate, I'm not overly into games, but I do have the great appreciation that your shop has been responsible for, helping people out with their gaming needs in Canberra for a very long time, as far as I can remember.
Well, so we started off actually as a Revolution CD. We did heaps of vintage games, action figures as well. So I'm like big on your sort of wavelength.
Yeah, there you go.
But we changed over to games about 3 years ago. To like do more tabletop games. We started getting into it. So it's about 3 years, but we've got 2 shops now. So it's certainly growing.
I've gone into your Woden shop and it is spectacular.
Thank you. Glad you like it. You have to
very well done.
Check out the Belconnen one. It's much newer and even more fancy. Like it makes Woden look a little shabby now. I'm going to reno it.
Yeah, right.
It's wild. Been a lot of effort. Westfield are not kind to me, so they do make me look good though, right?
Yeah, no.
They make me wear my best suit.
I think you look good by yourself, mate. It's all good.
Thank you.
So I've asked Oliver, what can he show us about what he's selling here today? He's got a whole bunch of Magic the Gathering out the front here with some very nice cards that, if you're into it, you will realise are important. Oliver, what have you picked to show us?
Well, some of our fanciest of cardboard. So we've got a Library of Alexandria.
Yep.
This is old school.
What's that set from?
This one is Arabian Nights.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was that the third set?
Technically fourth or fifth. Where was it? Hey, Kieran. Arabian Nights, which set was it? How many along? So we've got Alpha, Beta, Revised, Unlimited. Where was Arabian Nights?
So I think it was Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised.
Unlimited Revised, yeah. So Kieran is my card man, and he picks up every mistake I've got, which is plenty. But he just knows them. It's brilliant. It's a good partnership.
Yeah.
Kieran, what can you tell us about that, mate?
Well, this is one of the very few cards that was actually based on real life. Arabian Nights, a lot of the cards are references to actual things on planet Earth, which Magic rarely does. There's only a handful of sets that are like that. The Library of Alexandria, it's a real place. And it is represented here on this card. It has not been printed since this set, as Wizards of the Coast, the producers of the game, have promised that this is one of the cards they will never print again.
That's amazing.
There is a list of cards that they promised from the start of the game. They promised they'll never print them again. This is one of them. That's why it's really expensive.
And what are you selling this for?
1,800 and some change.
Sorry, I have to look at you when you say that. What was that?
A little over 1,800.
Okay, no worries.
For a single piece of cardboard.
Just making sure I heard that correctly.
And you may notice it's actually not in the best condition. You get a really good one, it's probably about 3.
Yeah.
3K, which is wild.
Wow.
But it's a very, very good card.
Yeah.
And we've got a Lion's Eye Diamond.
Okay. What's that set from?
Is it Revised or Unlimited?
This is from Mirage.
Mirage, oh my god. Oh yeah, it's set symbol, mate. Thank God you're here, because like.
And have you got any other interesting tidbits of information about that?
I have a lot to say about this
Kieran
one.
did a whole video online.
I did.
Okay.
One of the most interesting things, when this card was printed, it was terrible. It was almost unplayable.
It's actually a common.
No, I think it is a rare.
Did they not have the?
They didn't
have the color coordination.
That's right. That's right. I believe it's a rare, but it's a rare no one wanted to see.
Okay.
Now it's worth $700 because due to a rules change, it became significantly more powerful, and it is also on the list of cards that they promised would never be printed again.
Okay.
So the only ones that exist were printed at this time.
That's amazing.
And no more have been printed for 25 odd years.
Great. And what's your third? I know that guy.
This one's an Underground Sea.
Yeah.
You'll know this from your own
I know
collection,
that one,
right?
yeah.
So these are amazing because they have 2 types of mana. Now there's a lot of lands that do this in Magic, and you need these to play spells. But we have other cards that will fetch these into play. And when they come into play, they come in untapped, so you can use them immediately.
Yes. Yeah.
And so they're a much better card and become much more sought after. And again, have been never printed again. So it's a bit like gold. People invest in them because they're never printed again. And so more and more people get into the game and want them. But the supply only ever diminishes, it never increases.
And do people actually pull these out in a game?
Oh yeah. I play with a deck with 3 of them. Because they're meant to be played with.
Oh, of course.
Right?
What's that? What are you selling that for?
I think it's about 800 off the top of my head.
800, there you go.
That's unlimited. That's like 1,600.
Oh, this is the unlimited one. That's why it's got different colors. This is why I have Kieran here. Otherwise I lose money. See? I've got a computer and I got Kieran. Who remembers everything like a computer. He's a great dude to have around. Anyway, yeah, these 3 cards, very, very wild.
So, most importantly for you guys as a seller, if people want to reach out to you after seeing this and buy those cards, how do they do that?
So you can email us, you can shoot us a Facebook message. That's probably the best way to get a hold of us. You can give us a call. We've got 2 shops, one Ronin Games Woden and one Ronin Games Belconnen. They're in Westfields, very easy to get to if you're in Canberra. If you are interstate in Australia, we do post Australia-wide. If you are international, shoot us an email. We don't have international postage up currently, but we can be tempted. So give us a bell.
It's quite possible that someone might like a dual land and can't find it in their country.
Well, it's possible. I mean, there's a lot more supply of this probably in the States, UK, places like that, where they had a lot more boxes back in the day. So they probably have a lot of sellers there. But hey, if they're interested or if the exchange rate looks good to them, which it probably does right now, that can make it a bit more in their favor.
That's great.
And you can also trade in. You can send us in cards.
And you'll purchase
and we'll give you credit
well.
and you can buy cards for free, basically.
There you go.
It works.
So Kieran and Oliver, thank you very much for your time today. And yeah, check out Ronin games if you haven't seen them already. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Alright, so we're here with Neil from the Rebel Legion from the 501st. Is that correct, Neil? Did I get that sort of?
It's the Rebel Legion and the 501st.
Okay, and sorry. Mate, I couldn't help it walking into this, the Geek Fair. You guys are right at the front. You've got the beautiful Star Wars stuff ready to go. Look at this guy. He's having a great time. Neil, what is it your organisation does?
So the 501st and the Rebel Legion are both costuming clubs. They're worldwide. We are endorsed by Disney and Lucasfilms before that.
Yep.
All of our we aim to have movie-ready costumes.
Okay.
That's our aim. But also, the primary aim of our groups is to raise money for charity.
Wow. All right.
As volunteers, we turn up at events like this. We allow people to take photos, and we usually ask them for a donation.
Okay. And what charities are they for?
At the moment, we have Black Dog Institute.
Yep.
And we also work with Lifeline at some of the bigger conventions where they'll supply people for us.
Yep.
And they'll collect the money and let us get on with it.
That's excellent.
So yeah, it's great. I think last year at Supernova, they raised about $10,000.
Wow.
Over a 2-day weekend.
That's awesome.
It is fantastic.
So it's really that it must be serving a couple of purposes, right? Like you get to dress up as cool characters, and it's all for charity. So you're helping the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like for the 501st, we like to say they're the bad guys doing good.
Yep.
For the Rebel Legion, we're the good guys doing better.
Okay.
It's basically just a way for us to cosplay as our favourite Star Wars characters, and also to give back to the community more broadly as well. And yeah, it's just a whole heap of fun. You know, you meet new people, you get a lot of brand new friends out of it. Usually, instant friends who have a commonality around Star Wars, common dislike sometimes around Star Wars, but we're all here to raise money.
That's great.
To help charity. So.
And so I've discussed this with one of your members, Drew, before, and he's mentioned that it's actually when you guys get together, there's also a bit of camaraderie building the costumes as well.
Yeah.
Not just coming and wearing them.
So we don't have formal meetings of any type. But we do have what we call armour parties from time to time.
Yep.
Which is just someone will go, hey, I want to have a gathering at my house.
Yep.
Turn up, bring your armour that you're working on, whatever project you're currently working on, and we'll give you some advice. Help. Even sit there and sand armour for you if you need it sanded. Type situation. We'll just. Basically, then there's normally we sort of joke that they're actually non-armour parties.
Yeah.
Just because there's not a lot of armour built.
That's okay.
It's more about fun and friendship and just having that, like you said, camaraderie. About and for a lot of us, we find there are a lot of males in the group, but there are also getting more and more female participants as well. Given the huge uptake there's been a huge range of female characters, main characters. So, which is great. But I found when I first joined as well for the guys, it is a really good way of having an outlet outside of family, work, whatever it might be. And the reason why we support Black Dog is that most of us, when we get actually talking to each other, we all have had issues in the past with depression and that sort of thing. So one of the reasons why we do support Black Dog a lot is because of that. We understand it, but we also understand the need for that camaraderie. We are the 501st here in New South Wales ACT, the Southern Cross Garrison, is known as the huggiest garrison in the world.
Great.
So, and you will see us at every convention when someone turns up, one of our members turns up, they'll normally get a hug from everybody. So it's just one of those things that it helps people, I won't say men, women, whoever, it helps people just connect in that way. So,
and Drew's told me in the past that you don't need to have skills at building costumes. You just, if you'd like to come along and have a look, you're welcome.
We'll teach you along the way. Or more likely Drew will teach you along the way, because he's quite
the man.
But it's about having a go as well. We do say if there's no blood, sweat and tears on your armour, it's not yours yet. So but it's expected, because each set of armour is built to our particular body type. Then it's up to you to do that part of it, and it's not an initiation. Don't get me wrong that way. It is part of building rapport. Within the group.
And if people want to join the Rebel Legion, how do they go about that?
Okay, so they can just search Rebel Legion or 501st Legion online, whichever. Depends on what sort of costume they're interested in. We also have another club, the Mandalorian Mercs, who do the Mandalorian type costumes. So they can search for any of those online. We have cards here at the table, of course, with our website. Once you get on there, you can just search for your local garrison. If you're not a local, please search. We are worldwide. There are garrisons in almost every country in the world, I think, these days, or outposts, and also for the rebels, there's bases all over the world. So please, feel free to reach out to your local.
That's excellent, Neil. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. And you heard it here from Neil first. If you want to be part of the Better Legion,
join the Rebels.
Join the Rebel Legion.
Go the Rebels.
Thanks so much, Neil.
No worries.
So I'm here delightfully with the Canberra Spider-Man. If you're a Canberra local and you're into your nerdy stuff, you would have noticed that this gentleman is at all of usually D's Comics events. Puts in an appearance in his crime-fighting day. Mate, glad to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
What is it you do around Canberra?
So I like to go along and do birthday parties, events, all sorts of things where Spidey gets to show up and maybe even do tug of war, parachute, shoot some spider webs, bubbles, just have a really good time and make people's birthday parties hopefully a little bit more spider-tastic.
That's great, mate.
Yeah.
And where can people find you?
So you guys can find me on Instagram and on Facebook under Canberra Spider-Man. On Instagram, it's camera_Spider-Man. And you can book me there or on Facebook.
And also noting that this Spider-Man is an excellent Spider-Man. He's the best Spider-Man I know.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, with great power comes great responsibility. So you just got to keep doing my spider thing.
That's it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me.
No worries. Happy to do it, guys. See you again.
Thank you.
Bye.